What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about Ethereum Classic. I want to go over some of the data points, what's really causing it to lag, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, at the time of doing this video, it is down 2.56%, 12.75 million for volume. So volume has definitely dropped massively. Not only that, what has also dropped is the fear and greed index under the greed category, still 62, but as of right now, I feel like the market is looking for utility. What really caused a lot of just disruption in just the broader market as well as crypto was Powell. So you got the 25 basis points, which in theory does increase consumers' buying power, and you would assume that would really benefit crypto. But what was stated after that, though, was that there is only 2 cuts anticipated for 2025. And not only that, they are anticipating for inflation, previously forecasted to be 2.1% in 2025, for it to rise to 2.5%. So very much known information at this stage in the game, but that is what has really damaged cryptocurrency, which some have recovered slightly, but in ETC's case, it has dropped now to rank number 35 based on the market cap. So once again, it is lagging. Even looking at 34 Mantle, over the last 7 days, it is down 2.17. You have a couple others that are outperforming ETC, so Chronos, but yeah, ETC, many others are just getting hit. And not only that, though, you are seeing a substantial decrease in volume. And I always like to bring this up, and I would have assumed with rate cuts and hopefully positive data, this would kind of be changing, but it does show there's still $6.75 trillion sitting in money markets. So as of right now, big money still does see more potential risks in the broader market. So regardlessly, that is why ETC is going down, why there is a little bit lower volume. At the same time, you are seeing, based on liquidations, longs taking profits. Because if you think about it, yeah, over the last 5 days, ETC is down 22%, but over the last 1 month is pretty much flat. Over the last 6 months, up 11.42. So for a lot of individuals that did buy it sub $20, they're seeing a full crack starting to form, and they want to get out before that gets back to the 20s. So regrettably, you're having a lot of longs closing out the positions at the same time as shorts increasing. So that's one negative side of ETC, is that when the market is very greedful, you will be able to see a lot of squeezes happen. But in times of fear, ETC does tend to underperform. So as of right now, you're having longs taking some profits, and big money not really caring that much about ETC. So let me know your viewpoint on that. Right now, with it at $26 and change, it is trading between this S2 and this S3. So $23.80, which hasn't been touched yet since it has started to pull back. That's going to be the next strong support. 27.29 is going to be that next strong target / resistance. It could touch that, could kind of recoup and get above that, but as far as seeing all-time highs, I think that ship has potentially sailed. You might see a resurge once new inflation data does come, but that's not up until I think mid part of January. So I think as of right now, you're just going to see some more consolidation in ETC's future. But on the actual chart itself, you did see, because of that crazy sell-off that happened on the 20th, so yesterday, it did touch that 100-day moving average. So luckily enough, it is following the technicals, and that's actually one thing why I really like ETC, is because kind of take away all the BS, it follows technicals to a T. And so as of right now, it is below the ALMA, below the 50-day moving average, so kind of just trading between that 100 and also 50-day moving average, but still not the best. And so I think in reality there still is a little bit more downside coming. I'm looking at the 1-day chart on a side note, but in order for you to have a good grasp of everything, you need to look at the 4-hour, the 1 hour. Everything feeds into one another. Looking at the 4-hour, this is where you're seeing the breakdown occur. Prior to that, you had that breakdown, but you had kind of some buying happening. That hasn't really occurred with ETC. So in reality, it kind of signals that there is a little bit more downside coming. And it's kind of crazy the fact that it did hold that $30 range for a while, but regrettably, I think you are going to see a little bit more downside. So the 4 hour isn't looking all that great, and then same goes for the 1 hour. So I think in reality, like I said, there is going to be a little bit more downside. Whether it touches this point right here is yet to be seen, but it's definitely something to take note of. As I've stated in the past though, ETC still developing, and so I think bigger picture, it's still going to be a good time to potentially buy as long as you have a long-term time horizon. ETC and just crypto in its entirety has started to gain some popularity once again, but at the same time though, I think just the utility isn't fully there. So it's still tip of the iceberg on potentially the huge potential that ETC does have. So let me know your thoughts on ETC. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? Have you been dabbling with, for instance, other cryptos? And if so, drop some tickers in the description below. As you can kind of see, I think right now a lot of the higher market cap ones are starting to recover a little bit better than a lot of the mid cap ones, such as ETC. But I think in general, it's just still not the best. Again, linked to just how many shorts are actually in ETC. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. One final thing I want to share with you though, I did launch a Patreon where I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them been absolute bangers, so definitely pop over there and take a look. ETC was actually one of my buy signals when it was at $20. I signaled that it was going to go to 35. Lo and behold, that's where it hit. But yeah, there's a lot of other ones that have doubled, one that have even quadrupled, so definitely pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you guys watching.